Hi everyone, my name's Anita, I'm the Violet Stitcher and this is FlossTube number 23, hopefully. I'll find out when I actually put it on YouTube and number it. Okay, so welcome to everyone, new and old, not old, have been here more than once. I think this is probably going to be a long floss tube, so apologies to those of you who don't like long ones. Just feel to pause me and walk away and do something else and then come back to me later. Obviously I don't care because this is recorded. Yes, because I've got a lot of whips. Matt has, my husband has been away since Wednesday, so I have had nothing to do other than stitch. I mean, it's not like I don't have friends, obviously, I've been to see some friends, but yeah, a lot of more stitching has happened, and stupid things like drinking too much caffeine, staying up all night, and then not sleeping. You better come back soon. Right, okay, so there's that. So I've got my whips. Also, as promised, I have put together all the dragon things. Well, not all the dragons, a lot of dragon projects that I want to do next year as part of my year of dragons. And I've got my life update. I'll put that at the end for those of you who don't care, which is fair enough. And maybe some other stuff that I've forgotten right now. Haul and some stitchy kindness. Woo! I never get stitchy kindness. And so yeah, that's where we're at. So let's begin. So I'm going to go from when I showed you last, my whip parade, because it's easier for me basically. So Dragon Clans first. If you're new here, this is my focus piece for until it's finished. I have been working on this, I think it's its anniversary. When did I start it? Oh, August 17th. It's almost its anniversary. 2021. So 2 years. Happy 2-year birthday. This is what it will look like when it's finished. This is where it was at last time. I've zoomed in because now when I take a huge photo of it, it looks very blurry. So occasionally I zoom in. And if I move that out, this is where I'm at now. And let me just move back. Oh, let me move this light. It doesn't need to be here. There we go. I'm at 70%. Look at that. Look. I'm really quite happy about it. So I have one row at the top to do and one and a little bit of a row at the bottom. So as you can see, I've started at the bottom again. And I think I'll do the one and a bit altogether because that just might be easier. So yeah, that is on target to finish April next year, possibly while I'm at Stitch North, if I ever get my act together and book some plane tickets. I'm in a procrastination mode at the moment. I've got a ton of things to do, life admin, and I haven't done them. Oh, one of them is Fantasy Forest. So, oh yeah, a bit of life. Yeah, I know you don't care, but there we go. So, every year I try to go to Fantasy Forest. Well, every year. Since last year. But this year, it was washed out. The weather was so awful that the marquees that they put up were blown away. There was storm warning and so much rain that it didn't open on Saturday. And we were told to go home. So I went home and it did open on Sunday, but by the time I was already home, so I'm like, never mind. So I didn't get to see Anne Stokes this year, which is very sad. But by the time I see her next year, I'll be done. But I have I think I counted, I've got 5 or 6 other projects designed by her, so I'm sure I'll have plenty to share. She'll get fed up with me. So yeah, that's that one. Right, I'm still saying next one. I'll go through the top of the pile. There's this big one that I keep forgetting to show you every so often. Wind in the Willows. Wind in the Willows is, oh, did I say that is by Anne Stokes? Sorry, I forget these things. As Anne Stokes, 25 count, 1/1. Right. Wind in the Willows. This is a Paine Free Crafts. The other one was also Paine Free Crafts. Stitch along for 2022. Clearly, I didn't finish it. I don't think I've ever managed to finish a stitch along at the time of everyone else. I'm currently working with this rabbit at the bottom left-hand corner. What else to say? Yes, this is 2/2, 25 count. Should have done it on 28. This is where I was at last time. Yep, with the rabbit's eye, and I think I've put in about 100 stitches since you saw it last, so sorry you haven't got much progress, and the rabbit is coming along. I think I've worked on this bit here, more bushes and things behind her, and then I'll move across again. So yeah, moving forward. That's on Sparkle Snow. You probably can't see the sparkle. Oh, sorry about the zips. If I don't zip it all, I'll lose stuff. Right. And next one. Oh, we're going for all the big ones. Right, Dragons of the Sabbat. So, last time you saw this... Dragon. There we go. I've got it in alphabetical order, but of course, quite a lot of my patterns start with the word dragon. So, yeah. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Also by Anne Stokes, Paine Free Crafts. There's not a theme here, not at all, no. I am working on the very, very centre. This is huge, this piece. I'm not doing it, I am doing it on black. I'm not stitching the black. So this is where I was last time. You see, I've got myself a light pad thing, which probably shouldn't have taken a photo while I was on that. But it's helping me see the stitches a bit more. Okay, and I'm working on the outer, so around the star, the pentagram, there's a blue ring. So I'm working on that. Can you see? Yeah, if I bring it closer. So I think I was here last time on this blue ring, so I've been moving around and also filling in more of the blues on around here as well. So I'm still nowhere near the point where you should be starting to stitch any black. Oh yeah, I'm still at, I think I might be less than 1%. Oh no, I'm at 1%. Or it might have just rounded up for me. Yeah, but yeah, that's not going very fast, is it? Yeah, well, I am enjoying it. Okay. Next one is not a dragon. This is Violet by Nora Corbett, now out of print. Should be able to find Violet. Here we go. Oh yeah, let me show you what it looked like when it's finished. This is what it will look like when it's finished. It's the No Face Fairy. And this is where she was at last time. See? No face. I mean, well, no head in this place. And I am stitching her on some lovely purple fabric. This one is called Violet. There we go. Open. This one's called Freesia by Chromatic Alchemy. And this is where I'm at now. And I've been stitching on her head. Oh, that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Hang on, let me move the bits. Oh my word, it started raining again. Ugh. This weather at the moment. Right. So yeah, I've been doing her head a bit and all the stuff in her hair. and a bit more of her wings, and yeah, so she's not far off now, I don't think. I've done a bit more backstitch as well. Her skin, I'm doing her skin 1/1. This is 28 count. Is it linen or is it even weave? I'm not sure. I think it might be linen. No, I think it's even weave. I can't tell. Yeah, what did I say? Oh, and the rest is 2/2. Because she had some blended threads and the beads fit better on 28 count. So yeah, that's her. Aiming to finish her by the end of the year. No idea what percentage that is because it's a paper chart, obviously. So your guess is as good as mine. Right, next one. Oh, what's this one? Oh, this is Pancakes. Right. This one is Dragon Pancakes. Here it is. This one I was doing a sal with a couple of people. I think Lauren Cross Stitch Bunny started it. It is by Nadezhda Kazarina. Nadezhda Kazarina, even. Oh, I'm doing it on 28 count. I don't know, some blue, random blue fabric, I think. This is where it was at last time. I was working on the bottom part. Oh dear, what's going on with my voice? Let's have a drink. Yep, on all the pancakes. Nom nom nom. And this is where I'm at now. See, I've done some more backstitch, so that daisy's come out, and the saucer you can see that the pancakes are sitting on, and that thing that you twirl with honey in it. Doing that, and another strawberry at the bottom. So yeah, I'm just trying to finish up all the bits in that left-hand corner. You can see some of it is tent stitch, other parts of it is full cross, which I quite like. It's a nice effect. And there is a ton of backstitch, so I'm trying to do that as I go. Otherwise it'll never get done. And I am at 68% complete, markup reckons. Which is not too bad. Oh, it doesn't count the backstitch though, not yet. So yeah. That one's another one I'm trying to get finished by the end of the year. Okay. Right. This one is also by Nora Corbett. She did a series of letters, mermaid letters. Oh, let me show you what it's going to be. This is number B. Number B? What? Letter B? Yeah, changed most of the colours. No, that's not true. I've changed the B, the letter B colours. I've not used any of the called for, what's words? Floss. I've not used any of the called for floss because I've changed it for my own variegated stuff that I had in stash. Right, so last time I was up to this point, which was looking close, and now, it's very exciting. I have finished all the cross stitch and started beading. And because I'm doing this on 25 count, I'm using tiny 15 size 15 beads. Can you see them in the hair? Oh no, this side. Here you go. In the hair. There we go. They mostly fit, but here, where she appears to be clutching a whole load of shiny stuff, I'm having to remove a bead or so just because it doesn't quite fit. But it's not bad. And it's not a bad fit. And I'm quite happy. I appear to have enough beads in stash to not have to order any, which is good. So I'm quite pleased with that. I think that might even finish this month, unless there are more than 500 beads in there. But annoyingly, look how much fabric I've wasted. Look, I could have fitted 2 of these on here. What was I thinking? Annoying. Very well. This is some random fabric as well, 25 count, some random fabric. Anyway, should be finished in time for my friend's birthday, so that's good. I'm running out of space to put things. Right, yep, this is a dragon. So last time I started a new dragon because my friend wanted to do a beach project. So I started this one, Dragon with Lighthouse. This is by, who is this one by? Dragon Lighthouse. Alexandra Zamorina is the artist, and I haven't written down who charts it, but it's on an Etsy shop. I think it's SA Stitch. The same. Yes, I think so. Patterns by SA Stitch. And I didn't do a huge start last time. You can see I just started his nose, and I haven't got much further. But which way is it even up? This way. I have, yeah. I've done more of his face. Some more bits of grey are showing up. Yeah, apologies, Liz. I haven't got very far with this, but I am continuing. I haven't posted on Instagram either. Dreadful. Right, better do that. This is stitched on 28 count turquoise by Chromatic Alchemy. Obviously, it's sparkly as well. Sparkle, sparkle. Yep. It's quite fun. It'll look lovely when it's done. Alright, let's pass on there. Take that one on. Oh, new start. I started a new thing. I started two new starts since I saw you last. This is the first one. My first Heaven and Earth. Spirit of Light by Josephine Wall. It's quite large. How large is it? Let's have a look. It is 450 by 338, and it has 237 colours in it, because I went for the max colour. Because, you know, why not? So obviously there wasn't a start to show you last time. Which way up is this? Oh, I don't even know. Is it? Oh, it's this way up. It's right, I'm starting in the middle. It's right there. So that is her arm. And it's blues and greys at the moment and doesn't look like much at all. But I think it's going to be great. And it's going to take me forever. But I've been wanting to start this one for ages. In fact, I think it was one of my choices, my birthday stitches last year, and I didn't get around to it, so now I have. So I'm quite happy about that. So yes, what's that one? I don't know why this one has appeared in this corner, this image, rather than this corner where I've been putting the others. Oh well, if I remember I'll change that next time. Stay, right. Oh yeah. Oh no, we haven't done a dragon. Let's alternate and do dragons. We haven't. Oh yeah, I've got one. Right. This is Dragon Beauty by Anne Stokes, obviously. Can I find it? Because it just starts with dragon again. This is what it looks like when it's finished. I'm not doing... There's no background to it. Dragon Beauty. I'm at no, I won't tell you that yet. I'm stitching it on... Oh, more Freesia. Just like Violet. And this is where I was at last time. I started in the middle and I'm sort of working across and coming down. This is where I'm at now, and I'm at 13%. Oh, yeah, that's a nice showing of that fabric. I'm doing it on 25 count, 1/1. So you can see, oh, here you can see the tail coming in, and that's the leaf there. And over on this side, that's the dragon's mouth, but isn't quite as obvious yet, but hopefully will become more obvious later. So yeah, I think I put another 500 stitches into that since I saw you last. Looks like it. Yeah, that was my birthday start last year. Okay. Right, I don't think I've got any dragons left. Okay, on to my chatelaine. So I went to the chatelaine retreat last month, sorry, since I saw you last, and it was lovely. Loved it. Yes. And it's the retreat that's the furthest away for me, because it's in Crewe. So I comboed it with a visit to see some family that I have in Stockport, which was nice. I haven't managed to see them since before the pandemic started, because my uncle's rather delicate medically, so they've been I can't say confining. That's not the right word, is it? Oh dear, words. Anyway, they've not been seeing anyone. Quarantining. Well, no, that's not the right word. Oh, ignore me. Okay. Anyway, I haven't been able to see them for a while, so it was lovely to see them. Anyway, back onto the Chatelaine retreat. So yes, that was great. It's in the most amazing hotel, surrounded by an enormous golf course, which I don't care about golf, but there we go. I met some lovely people. I went with Sarah, who lives in Bristol as well. She's very convenient. And Nadine was there, and Charlotte, and well, tons of people. I also got to meet Crafty Kate, who, although we've chatted on Instagram, I haven't actually met in person, and it was a delight to discover that she's a McLaren Formula One fan as well. So there was a race that weekend, so I was watching it. I was listening to it while stitching. And then we listened to the actual race on the way home. And McLaren didn't do too badly, so that was quite nice. Anyway, on to chatelaines. See, I told you I'd leave my life to the end, and I failed again. Anyway, this is a very fuzzy, horrible picture of the heart of violets and jade that I have been working on. And this is where it was at last time. For some reason I didn't take a full picture. Probably because I was too lazy and couldn't take it out of the Q-snap. Yeah, and this is where I'm at now, at 50%. So yeah, I think it's looking really great. So there aren't very many specialty stitches in here at all. There's a little bit of Petite Treasure braid and yeah, just a lot of cross stitch basically. I'm doing it on purple fabric again. There's a shocker. What purple fabric is this one? This one is Idyll by Chromatic Alchemy. I'm not using many of the called for threads. I'm using all the DMC, but all of the fancy Flosses stuff I substituted with cottons and other stuff in my stash. But yeah, I'm thinking that I will try and get this finished by the end of the year. No, sorry, by January. Actually, we haven't got it framed by January. I have to finish by the end of the year for my wedding anniversary. But yeah, I'm really liking how it's coming along. I'm glad I substituted, there was a green that I was using in the leaves. I think it was this one, wasn't it? This leaf that was going too brown for me. What was it? It was that one. And I'm glad I substituted that, and it's looking a lot nicer. So yeah, I stitched a lot on that on the retreat. I was really quite happy with it. Oh, I saw some amazing chatelaines, and my wish list is enormous now. I saw Poison Garden up close, and it is stunning. And I reckon I might do that if I take out the spiders. Also, I think I might go and visit the Poison Garden. It is annoyingly in the northeast of England, which I never go to. But apparently there's lots of other stuff to do around there, so I'll tell Matt it's a camping trip, which it will be, obviously, and I'll organise to go and see that. So I think that might be quite fun. So I started a new one at the retreat because that's the rules. I started Octopus Treasure Cave, which will look like this. Oh, it's a bit big, isn't it? When it's finished, although my fabric isn't black like this one. So I chose this one because it has an octopus in it, because I quite like octopi. So at the retreat I started the frame because that's what it tells you to do first. Normally I'd start in the middle, and actually I probably should have started in the middle. So let me this is, so I managed to complete the basics of the frame. There's a lot more to this frame than this part, and there's quite a few specialty stitches that I've not done before, which was quite fun. And it almost met. I was half a stitch off at the top. So here, somewhere in here, I have put a cross. There's a cross stitch that's going over 3 threads rather than 2. Oh, see, look at these ones. I quite like those specialty stitches. Don't know what they're called. I've forgotten. They feel really nice. This one has most of the called for silks and obviously the DMC because I kitted it up before I stopped buying silks. That's how long ago I kitted it up. Apart from one colour that I could not find at all, so I'm just going to substitute something else. And I'm showing it to you the wrong way around. Drat. Hang on. That's a bit hard to start at the moment. There you go, that is the top, sorry. So in there is the fudge stitch at the top. And see, I've started some of the black work. There's some black work waves that go around the edge as well. So I've started that. That is a bit of a nightmare, gotta say. On 28 count linen, doing back stitch over 1, the number of times my thread slips through, and I end up having to do it again. But I think, yeah, I've just got to. I'll probably do a thread of black work and then some cross stitching to ease the pain of doing all of that. But that is going to look lovely. Oh, and the fabric is Cirrus by Chromatic Alchemy, and I haven't quite overlocked the edge yet. See, overlock. It came overlocked and then I cut it. Yeah, looking forward to doing that one, but I'm going to finish Heart of Violets and Jade first, I reckon. Let's drop that down there. Okay, so that was my other new start of since I saw you last. What's this one? Oh, right. Temperature chart. Temperature, where are you? Temperature galaxy. So this is another sow that I started in 2022, but didn't finish. This is where I was at last time, and you will be pleased to know, well, you might not be pleased, I'm pleased to know that I have started December. Yes, we're on the home straight now, which is a lot of purple. Purple, 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 because around here everything was below 5 degrees every day. And that's really quite dark purple when I show it here. Yeah. I think if I ever did this again, which I'm unlikely to, I'm going to need some more delimitation in the under 5, because I think the rest of the month there's quite a lot more of that purple to go. So yeah, so that is almost complete. I think I've got 1,000 stitches left, and most of those are probably beads. So it'll be a relief to finish this, thankfully. Yes. So that's good. Oh yeah, Dalek. So Dalek, I started. When did I start Dalek? It was last year sometime. Yeah. This is by Thread Geeks. Is that right? Let me check. Yes, yes. This is by Thread Geeks. Artist is Idea Marina. And I've been starting in the middle and work down. And last time I was right at the bottom, doing the last bit there. And now I am still at the bottom. So I'll show you the whole thing. And I've been doing more of these splodges, and they take forever because I can't carry thread underneath it. So you're kind of starting, doing a stitch in one colour, restarting somewhere else. But hopefully by the end of this month I will have finished all those splodges at the bottom, and then we can move up to the top and make it look more Dalek-y. Because at the moment, well, I mean, I know what it is, and you do too, because I've told you. But yeah, it's not straight, is it? There we go. So yeah, that's going quite well, and it is at 73%. So the majority of a Dalek is below the waist. There you go. It's obvious, really. So that is that one shown you. Where are we at? We're already at half an hour. Okay, sorry. Okay, next one is Clumsy Witch by the Cottage Garden Samplings. Now, did I put it under Clumsy Witch or the Clumsy? No, I put it under the Clumsy Witch. Right, this is what it would look like when it's finished, but I'm making alterations, none of which I've put into practice yet, so I won't bother telling you about them again. And where am I at with it? We're at 75% now. Oh, that's quite good. This is where I was at last time. Yes, I'd started on her face, that's right. And this is where I'm at now. So more of her face has been done, a bit more of that pumpkin, and some more of that hat. Yep. So I'm going to move on to the cat next, I reckon. I'm going to avoid doing that cloak that we couldn't work out. Most people say it was a scarf or a cloak or something, but I don't think I'm going to do it because it looks a bit weird. Yeah. So I've carried on with that. Now it's, what did I say, 73%? 75%, even better. Cool. And this is done on 25 count. Let's have a look. 25 count Owl's Dark Magic by Chromatic Alchemy. Even weave. Yeah, it has to be even weave because it's 25 count. Yep. Heading for a finish this year. Okay. Oh, last one. Is it the last one? Yes. So this one I started a couple of months ago. And it is Red Cabbage Sprite. Here she is, Nora Corbett. I'm doing this on 28 count something. What is it? Owl's Dark Magic again. 28 count linen this time. So the colour is slightly different. And this is where I was at last time. So I started in the middle on her wing, and I am continuing with that. This fabric is just amazingly sparkly. It's a bit easier to see than the camera is showing, but sometimes I do feel I'm stitching the same colour. Anyway, I've added more purple here and a bit more green along the top. Yeah, eventually it'll look like something, I'm sure. Yeah, so those are all my whips. I do have some finishes to show you. Oh, did you hear that? That is my cat. Savik, in here. In here. Matt's not here, so she's not happy. Hello. Oh, you're sopping wet. Right, don't... Oh, she's sat on the... Okay. Okay, I finished Mediterranean Mermaid. I don't need to show you what it looked like when it's finished, because I've done it. So here she is. In all her... I've done all the beads. All the sparkles are there. Let's start... we zoom in a bit. There we go. So I substituted... it's all from my own stash. And those pearl-like things, I'm pretty sure they're not pearls really, because they were from a childhood necklace that fell apart. So I repurposed it. She's got beads on her crown. She's got these beads here. I didn't have these in stash, so I had to purchase those. And extra little beads and all these bubble beads, and her tail at the bottom is covered in beads. So I'm really quite happy with that. She's done, and I will take her to the framers. Oh, I'll move back a bit further and you can see the whole thing. And hopefully she will fit in my bathroom, so she can feel at home with all the water or something. There we go. If I hold it here for long enough, maybe it'll pick it as my thumbnail. Who knows? There we go. So that's one finish. So I was quite happy to finish that. I was going to take it to the framers this weekend, but stupidly I left my chatelaine finish at the chatelaine retreat, and the dean has kindly going to post it back to me. Oh, what an idiot. So yeah, when I've got that back, I'll take them both to the framers. The other finish, I was doing the Biscornu, one of the 8 Biscornus that from Modern Folk Embroidery. And I have done all the stitching. So this is the front. I'm doing it on 25 count something, I can't remember what it is, with a variegated from Crafty Kitten. Move in a bit. And that is the back. So I just did some of the squares for the back. So then I thought, great, I can start stitching it up. And I thought, I'll have a look and see and check out the instructions again, because my other Biscornu, I just sewed the two pieces together, sewing through two pieces of fabric and back up again. But apparently that is not how you're supposed to do it. I don't know how I missed that in the first place. But you're supposed to backstitch around the edge, and then go through the backstitch, both back stitches, top and bottom, up and down. So now I've realised I have to backstitch all the way around the edge, but of course I've cut it tiny, and now it won't fit in the hoop. So that's annoying. So I'm having to do it by hand, which is taking me a little bit longer. But eventually I will get this finished. My friend's birthday has already gone. It was at the end of July, sorry. But I will finish it before I see her next weekend, I hope. So I've just got to do some back stitch around and stitch them together. So that's that. Okay, those are all my projects. So I think that's everything. Yes. Let's leave that one out so I actually do it. Okay, so then I thought I'd show you all my... So next year is the Year of the Dragon, Chinese New Year. Starts in February. And I thought, excellent, I love dragons. So during that year, I'm going to start a lot of dragon projects. Now, bear in mind, I'm limiting the number of whips that I have to the coinciding to the year. So this year it's 2023, so I'm limiting my whips to 23. I'm currently on 21 whips. I should be finishing quite a few by the end of the year, so that should give me enough space for 2024, where I'm allowed 24 whips. See, my logic. And within that, I'm trying to limit the number of BAPs that I have to under half that number. So next year I'm allowed 12 BAPs. What else did I want to say? Yes, so that was it. So with that in mind, let's go through all the things that I want to start. Okay, so first one is Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery suggested, why don't we do the Here Be Dragons by Monofolk Embroidery? Excellent idea. This is what it looks like. And it says Here Be Dragons. Cool. So this is what I'm going to do, and I'm thinking I'm either going to do it on some purple fabric and stitch it with a slightly variegated grey. Because I think I've seen someone do that for some monochromatic thing, and it looked really good. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm sure I've got some purple fabric. I'm sure I have. So that's that one. So that one I will probably start first at the beginning of Chinese New Year. And I'll have hashtags for these things so you guys can join in with me. Please let me know down below any of these that you want to join in with me. That would be great. Oh, also, thank you very much for everyone who gave me suggestions of dragons. I had a look at all of them, and unfortunately I probably ignored most of you. Sorry about that. It appears I'm quite fussy when it comes to the dragons that I pick. Also, someone chose one. It was enormous, like ridiculously large. I thought I'll never finish that in my lifetime. I have to really be fond of a project to put that much effort into it. Okay, so that's that one. Next one I had to look at is Planet Dragons. See, these ones I haven't put in alphabetical order. Foolish. Planet Dragons. This is by Rob Carlos, that's it. This is a Heaven and Earth, it says so across the top. I am going to do this without the background. Hashtag ditch the background. Thank you, Kaylee. Sam from Chromatic Alchemy is busy painting me a piece of fabric for it. I'm really looking forward to starting this. I think someone said in my comments that they were doing the Jupiter one, because you can get these separately and just do one at a time, but I like to combine all my dragons in one picture. Why do them separately? You can have all of them at once. But it looks like Jupiter is in the middle, so I'm a middle start person, so I will probably end up starting there. It is enormous, this one. It is 332 by 678, but I'm not doing the background, so hopefully it won't be quite as bad as it sounds. Oh, so that's a BAP, obviously. The Modern Folk Embroidery is not. It is only 189 by 149, so that falls just under. So I have bought this pattern already, and the fabric's coming, so this one's going to definitely be started. Oh, the next one is an Anne Stokes, of course. I can't believe Anne Stokes is only the third one. She's waited this long. Paine Free Crafts. I own this pattern, and I'm also going to ditch the background because it's just a bit boring. And I'm just going to do the stocking and the dragon, obviously, and maybe the holly leaves, I'm not sure, and maybe that mistletoe behind the stocking. I've got a lovely piece of green fabric that I've had allocated for like a year, maybe longer, so I really should do this one. I think this one is discontinued now, so unless you already have it, I'm afraid you can't get it anymore. I already own this one. So it's that one. The next one is by a designer that I've never stitched with before. It's Quaternion Creations, and it's called Of Dragons and Apples. She also does another one with a dragon in it, which I really quite like, Dragon Rider or something. But I'm going to start this one first. This is a BAP. It is 227 by 171. Nithya also recommended this one. She's quite good at recommending things. So I'm going to start this one next year. I'm not sure what colour to use, because normally I'd use purple, but there's red apples on it, so I could change all the black to purple. There's some thinking to be done here, I feel. Anyway, there's that one. Next one is another designer that I've not stitched on yet, but I have bought a few of their patterns, and this is Autumn Lane Stitchery. Now, the title of this is Beauty and the Beast, but if you look at it in Etsy, the alternative title is Mermaid and the Dragon. I'm going with that one. Love this dragon. It's very cute, and that mermaid with the bright blue hair, love it, amazing. This is 195 by 140, so it's small. So yeah, I'm going to find some. Ooh, if I find blue fabric, they're all blue. That's why they've done it on grey, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to think about that one. But I do like this one, and we'll probably start it. Yeah. The next one is, I've been collecting a lot of Teresa Wenstler. And you will know this one. Everyone knows this one. This is the Teresa Wenstler dragon chart. And I have this one, and I really feel that I should start it. I was going to start a smaller one, but I thought, no, why? I mean, it's a Teresa Wenstler. It's going to take forever anyway. You might as well start the large one. So this one is 198 by 170. There's no background. I'm going to choose some blue that goes with sky and sea. What is my cat doing? Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm going to start this one, hopefully. These become hopefully now, because if I have a space in my schedule, I can start it. So yeah, there's that one. Next one is Guardian. So this artist I haven't done any of, but I have been looking at her patterns. If you go to the Etsy shop, it is amazing. There are so many beautiful dragon patterns, and I want to start them all. But this one appealed because it's called Guardian of Good Dreams, and I have awful dreams quite a lot of the time. Oh, hello, cat. Oh, sorry, I've filled the ironing board with projects, and now she can't sit on it to look out the window. Bad. Anyway, yes, I have awful dreams, and apparently this is a side effect of depression. Who knew? I didn't know. So good. It's something that's not going to go away. Anyway, so this one appealed, and that. So I'm going to do it on black fabric or a dark, very dark blue. So yeah, I think this is really pretty, and it is large. It is 190 by 274. So let me know if you're going to start this one with me, because I think it's really pretty. And then I thought, wow, these patterns I'm finding, they're really quite big, and I like to stitch a couple of patterns for some of my friends, their birthdays and Christmas. So I thought I'm going to need to find some small ones. So Lola Crow, thankfully, has she does a series of these cats looking out the window at extraordinary scenes. This one has a dragon in it. So I will stitch this one for a friend, probably. A lot of my friends have cats. So yeah, we'll stitch that one. Sorry if you can hear the screaming next door. The kids are obviously up. Savvy's gone to go and stare at them. Okay, so there's that one. That one is tiny. It is only 87 by 87. Yep, that's that one. So also looking for smaller ones. This one, I just typed in Christmas dragon into Etsy, and this is what I got, and it is called Christmas Dragon. And the Etsy shop is called the Floss Box. Obviously, they also have a website too. And I thought it was pretty cute, so I will stitch this one for someone and make it a little ornament to go on the Christmas tree. And this is tiny as well, 49 by 61. And I had a look at Climbing Goat, and they do a Christmas dragon tree. Got to do this one then, haven't I? I may turn the dragons to be purple rather than green. Yeah, maybe. But I might also stitch this for someone else, in which case I'll leave it green. And this is 128 by 90, but doesn't look that complicated. Could quite easily get that done for someone. Just that one. Then I had a look at Tiny Moderness, and they do a tiny dragon Biscornu, which is cute, so cute. This one I'm keeping for myself. I almost kept the fox one. This one is definitely for me. Couple of 4 green dragons with some castles. Great. This is also tiny, 71 by 71. Right, and then I had a look at Ingleside Imaginarium. She has quite a few dragons, but I picked this one because I was thinking I could do the dragons separately and give them to friends. So that's probably what I'll do during the year. Make it to little tiny things to hang on the wall, or little pillows. Oh, little pillows. I've never made a pillow before. I could do that. Yeah, so that's this one. If I don't do that, she has some nice large fancy dragons as well, which I might do as well instead of, I'm not sure. There we go. Another one by SA Stitch, who did the lighthouse dragon that I showed you as one of my whips, is the King of Toilet Paper. I think this one came out during COVID, but he's quite fun, and I'm going to stitch him. He is 93 by 87, with a lot of back stitching in, obviously, but I think it'll be worth it. And that's available on the Etsy shop. Then I was having a last look around, and I thought, oh, Joan Elliott. I wonder if she does any dragons. She does. Here's a Joan Elliott, the Celestial Dragon. I've never done a Joan Elliott, and I think this dragon is really cool. I really love the colours, and the cord for fabric is quite nice on this one as well, and it's done by pole stitches, so it's even obtainable by me. So fantastic. Oh look, see, I'm also got my dragon mug. Savik has stopped sticking her head into my drinks, so I'm allowed to have mugs again. So nice of her, thanks. Anyway, this one is 220 by 166. I think it might have beads as well. Do Joan Elliott dragons have beads? I don't know. Anyway, it looks lovely, so I might do it, but probably not that border. That border looks a bit dull. So yeah. Next one. Oh yes, so I was briefly on Nora Corbett's Patreon, mainly for this dragon design here. So that's one that I really should start stitching. I'm not sure about the colours. I might make it a bit more purple. And you're going to look at that and go, but Anita, that's already purple. No, it's not. It's red, isn't it? It's red and pink with a bit of orange. Yeah, so, oh, just some floss has just appeared. I wonder where that came from. So I might do this one. This is 194 by 114. So I was right next one. So I was looking at some other smaller designs, and Firewing Designs does quite a lot of these outline dragons. So I thought that would be quite cool to use up my fancy floss and small bits of fabric. Perfect, and I could give those to friends as well, or keep them for myself. 84 by 50 each one of these designs is, so shouldn't take that long at all. So that's good. Then I had a last look through my stuff and realised that I already own this pattern without the background. So this is by Anne Stokes. This pattern is, I think it's Thread Geeks. I also think it's discontinued. I can't remember. I think it is Thread Geeks. If you really want to know, ask me. So it says, sometimes we all need a little fantasy to help survive the reality, which I think is quite true. And he's a stunning dragon. Look at all that ripply rainbow dragon scales and wings. That's going to be quite fun to stitch. I already own it, so I should stitch it. Almost at the end, don't worry. So at the chatelaine retreat, I was thinking there is a dragon chatelaine, and it is a Chinese dragon, which is quite appropriate for Chinese Dragon New Year. But it's a chatelaine, and that'll take me forever. So I'm in two minds about this. It seems appropriate. That is a cool dragon, but am I going to do it? I don't know. I am tempted to just do the dragon and not do the rest. Is that wrong? It seems wrong on a chatelaine. You should do all of it or none of it. I do like the bonsai tree around the edge. It's a bit of a dilemma, that one. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But the chatelaine, there'll be a sale in November, so I should make up my mind by then and buy it or not. Then my last one that I had a look at was this one. This is a Lakeside Fantasy Sal. I don't know what year that was. And it does have a dragon in the middle of it. And I was thinking I could do this on Zaria. I know it'll take forever. And she won't get it till she's like 6 or 7 or something. But by that time, she'll appreciate it. And that'll be okay. It is huge. It is 232 by 182. And I think this has a ton of backstitch in it. I've seen a couple of people finish it. I can't remember who it was. I think maybe it was Jessie Marie Does Stuff finished it. But I'm not sure. I mean, some of the pictures are quite weird. I mean, what is going on with that strawberry elf thing? But on the whole, it looks quite fun. So yeah, I might well do that for her. And that is it for my dragon, the dragon patterns that I think I might do. I mean, that's not all of them. I have a whole load of other dragons that I own that I didn't put on here because they're all by the same designer. Even though I know I've got more than one Anne Stokes there, but she's my favourite, so that's okay. And yeah, as I said, I'm trying to keep my whips down to 24 next year, and as you will have noticed, that is a lot of dragons. I think it was something like, oh, I don't know. Well, it's more than 5, isn't it? So who knows which ones I will actually get around to doing. So please let me know, which ones do you think which ones are your favourites? Give me your top 3 favourite dragon patterns out of that, and then I will take that into account into which ones I actually start. Although the ones that I own the patterns for and own the fabric, those ones should probably go first. Also, let me know if you're going to stitch any of them with me. That would be really cool. And you've got plenty of time. I'm not going to start the first one until February next year. So you've got plenty of time to get your fabric, buy the pattern, sort things out. Yes, please do. So yeah, that's it. That's all my dragon list. No, it's not. No, it's not. Merging now into Stitchy Kindness. So, Charlie from Charlie Feathers. Take the price off. One moment. Oh, I'll take that. Okay, very easy. Found this one at the charity shop that she happened to go into. I never find anything at charity shops, but she is lovely and sent it to me. Look at Lord Melton. Lord Melton, the stitching dragon. He is so cool. Look at him imperiously stitching while having a cup of tea. Ah, thank you very much, Charlie. I've already said thank you, but thank you again. He is magnificent, and I will definitely be starting him. Although that tablecloth is very pink, and I think should be purple instead. Yeah. So he will definitely be on my list, on my new starts next year. And he is enormous, much larger than you think. He is 221 by 278, which is quite ridiculous, but there we go. He deserves it. He can have that much space. And the art is by Lisa A. Mason, assisted by Letha Welch, and published by Fanta Cat Designs. Don't know if this is still for sale. Go and have a look at fantacatdesigns.com to see if you can purchase it. So yeah, that's one of my new starts as well. So thank you very much, Charlie. That's Charlie from Stitching with Charlie Feathers. If I didn't say that, I will link her below, obviously. Moving on to my other Stitchy Kindness, Rachel sent me a Teresa Wensler mermaid. So see, I am collecting Teresa Wenslers. So now my challenge is, can you change the skin on a Teresa Wensler? I'm a bit daunted, but we're going to give it a go. She does look very relaxed there, that mermaid. Chilling out on her rocks. So at some point, I will start that. After I started the dragon one. That border looks amazing as well. That's going to take me forever. Anyway, there we go. Oh, here's a more close-up version of her. Yeah. Oh, are those? Is that over 1? Oh, I think it is. I think the skin is charted over 1. How about that? Is that where people got the idea of doing skin over 1 then, from Teresa? Maybe it is. Anyway, she looks stunning. So thank you very much, Rachel. So yeah. Oh, haul. So I don't know if you've seen, but unfortunately the Witchy Stitcher is battling a very rare blood cancer. So I noticed on Instagram that Kaylee Tent Stitch is starting a stitch along where we buy a Witchy Stitcher and we stitch it and we start on the 12th of August. So I thought that's a good idea. There are about 6, if not more, patterns by the Witchy Stitcher that I've been meaning to buy and start, but I narrowed it down to 1 and bought this one today. And this is called Plant Killer, which is totally me. This is me, okay? I have plants in my house and they are here for a limited amount of time and they die. I try really hard to look after them, but I either overwater them, I underwater them. Yeah, this is why animals that meow at me do a lot better in my household. Plants, not so much. I mean, look, hang on, let me just move this. Look at that orchid behind me on my desk. It is dying. It is dying. It is almost dead. There's another one here that you can't see. Dead. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's really quite tragic and sad. So this is why this pattern is calling to me. It is me, and I should stitch it and just hang it as a warning to all plants in my house. Yeah. So sorry to hear about that, Witchy Stitcher, and I hope you recover, obviously, soon and it's not painful. But in the meantime, we should support her, and there is a hashtag, and I've completely forgotten it, but I will put it in the notes below, or go to Kaylee's Instagram and have a look there. So that's what I'm doing. So that's my plan. All my other plans. I think that might be it. Oh no, right. So I have, by peer pressure, signed up to do a triathlon. I laugh because I haven't done a triathlon for about 7 or 8 years. I used to do 5 a year, tiny ones, not real full ones. Yeah, and I think, how on earth did I do that? I must have been so much fitter. Yeah, because it was like 9 years ago or so. So anyway, I've been peer pressured into doing a triathlon with my friends. We're doing it as a relay, a standard distance, but as a relay. So I'm only doing the cycling portion in the middle. It's not going to be any majorly amazing time. I just need to be able to start and finish so that I can hand over to my friend who's going to do the running part of it. That is what I figure. So I figure if I'm doing this amount of ridiculous exercise, a charity should benefit. So I've chosen the Alzheimer's Research UK. And I've set up a Just Giving page. So if you would like to donate towards that charity, that would be wonderful. And thank you very much. I've chosen Alzheimer's because it is a difficult disease, and it has affected my family quite a lot. My uncle, who I visited last weekend, no, whenever I went to the Chatelaine retreat, a couple of weekends ago, is currently suffering from it, and his dad died from it several years ago. So yeah, it's been traumatic, and it's so horrible because it takes away the mind of that person, and it affects everyone around them, because they are not quite the same person as they were, and they, in a number of cases, can't remember who you are. At the end, my granddad didn't recognise me. He knew me as a nice, friendly person, and that he probably knew, but couldn't remember who exactly I was, which at least he had that part, and that was nice, but it was really upsetting. Thankfully, my uncle still knows who I am, seems pleased to see me. That's great. I can make him laugh. We discuss things that he does remember, but he doesn't remember much of the, his day-to-day life anymore, really, which is deeply traumatic for the people who do see him more often, like my aunt and my cousins. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go into all of that, but that is why I've chosen that charity. Yeah, and so amongst the thunderstorms and showers and wind warnings that we're having in the UK at the moment, I'm trying to get out of my bike and do 40k of cycling. I managed 20k of cycling the other weekend, which I was quite happy about. Haven't done that for a while. And what I haven't done is take my bike outside the house, because I've had it stuck on a static trainer, and I've been cycling away virtually. But getting it out on the road and remembering how to balance, and I've got my clip in as well, so remembering to unclip before you stop and not fall over has been a bit of a learning curve. They say you never forget how to ride a bike, but I've been challenging that one. But it is going better. I was much less wobbly when I did my 20k the other weekend, and hopefully I might get out today as well, and I might up that to 30k and see how I do. So yeah, that's me. I think that's everything. What else? I'm sure there was something else that I meant to say. No, I think that's it. So thank you very much, everyone. Let me know which is your favourite dragon pattern. Are you going to start any of them with me? Let me know if there are any other dragon patterns that I've missed that you think that I should start, especially if they're tiny ones. I need some more tiny ones. So thank you very much. It was lovely speaking to you. I'm sorry this has gone over an hour, so I better stop. Thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.